So we are doing something called as a themed week. So these 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you are going to get each topics, and with each topics, you will be getting one stage, one stage, one stage, and on Thursdays, you are going to get a book. So this has also been happening simultaneously. So yesterday we spoke about list 10 amazing people in your life, in your family, might be in your profession or in your neighborhood, who you would like to interview. And many people gave their answers. And we also asked them why you would like to interview. So yesterday, the answers were very crazy. Someone said, I would love to be grateful or a gratitude or to just talk about that. Someone wants to learn something. Someone wants to, get some curiosity stuff to be answered. There are different ways, different people wanted to connect. Today, what we are doing is we are going one step further. And this topic is called as the dumb questions for the dumb interview. So, as been rightly said, that many times we act in a particular fashion, we do not know where we are going. And every fear of yours, every doubt, every suspicion is just because of your ignorance. Can I get a high five? People on YouTube, people on Facebook. Yeah. So if you like this, you can share a like, subscribe, whatever it is, fine. But this is something which is going to be very powerful is every time when you are in a doubt, suspicion, comparison mode, or conflict mode, you are not able to decide, you are in the haunts of dilemma, what to do, what not to do, you are typically not have some information which can give you a clarity. Clarity is something that precedes the success most of the time. Clarity also helps you to probably give you a new perspective to what you are and what you are going to be. What do I mean by this? Your current reality and your desired reality. Okay, so if you go from current reality to your desired reality, that's how it's going to be. So what we are doing today is I want you to use the form and type in 10 questions for one guy, okay, one person. So yesterday you have identified 10 people whom you want to identify. I want you to prioritize one person. This one person is somebody where you are going to sit and take an interview. Interview like Coffee with Karan, Movers and Shakers. There's so many interviews, right? Realities. Okay. I want you guys to be the host of your own shows. So I want you to use the form and write down, the 10 questions that you are asking this guy. By the way, please type it in the first one in the topic itself. You write like the dumb interview to mention the name of this person also. Okay. Might be if you don't want to share the name, at least you tell me like, is this person is related to you in what kind of relationship? He is a teacher or he is a friend or he is a neighbor or a schoolmate or a college mate or whatever. So write down his name and how are you got connected. And now write down the 10 different questions. Keep the questions short and simple. Okay. Keep the questions short and simple. Yeah, that's okay. But I want you guys to answer me these questions. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you your answers also. So this is not a learning session. This is a participation. It's a real-time transcendence, which is going to happen. It is bound to happen. And this is going to happen in the next few minutes, the moment you finish your answers. Go. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some time. Yeah. I'm going to give you some time. You can take like 1 minute max. You can take 1 minute max. Yeah. Yeah. So once you have done all the 10 points, 10 questions, then you can hit the submit button. So for those people who are watching this on YouTube and Facebook and other places, I would like to tell you what's happening right now. So these are one of the topics that I'm giving. This will give you a big boost for you to start thinking. So if you have not joined also yesterday's session, no problem. The session has been designed in such a way that the words itself are going to help you to guide and navigate towards an amazing ideas. I told in the yesterday session, if you have not attended, this is what's going to happen. In the yesterday session, I said, find out 10 people in your life, in your vicinity or community, who has impacted you, who has influenced your life. And I wanted you to talk about these guys in an interview. So these people, whoever you have identified, they have got certain qualities, right? So I also wanted you to tell me yesterday that why you wanted to meet such people. You have met hundreds of people in your life, correct? But why these top 10 people? And out of which, who is the top 10 one? Today, what I'm asking you to do is find out that one person out of this list of around 10 people, and you have already given a reason that why you want to interview. Now, frame up 10 questions, 10 powerful, amazing questions that will help not only you, but your viewers, your audience, your spectators, whoever are there, they can be benefited from this interview. Every interview should have some dimensions, right? Some pointers. And you will be able to see once you start framing these questions, it will give many things of your deepest desires or deepest curiosities that probably you haven't heard of or you have not known, you are ignorant. And now with this interview, you are going to unfold such mysteries, which probably that time you did not know, but now this person can actually help you to get into this. So look at what has happened in the entire stuff. So if you guys have done, you will see if you can ask 5 questions, 10 questions or more, the more you ask questions. So initially the questions will be easy, you can type off. But once you cross 3 to 5, the things gonna be tougher. I'll not say very tough, but it's going to be little taking time. Once you cross 7 to 8, you will have the toughest point. The 9th and the 10th are very, very tough because you are now really pressurizing your brain to find out relevant points, relevant things, those kind of deepest part of your brain which was not being touched. Now I'm asking you to force yourself and touch those places. When you write 9 and 10, some people, they can write 11 point, 12 point and 13 point, and they can write about hundreds also. These people who have attained that level of controlling their brain, I call them as the enlightened. I mean to say, these guys come into something called as a flow state. Okay, you can Google it out. What is flow state means? It is a frequency level where you can ideate anything. You are in the highest level of epiphany. You can make ideas from innate objects. Anything which is just a materialistic stuff, you can make an idea. You will understand. Might be you can look at a barren land. You can design the entire city on top of it. Yeah, you can also put city skyscrapers, roads, metros, or whatever it is, and you can go deep, 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 deep. That particular state is a very, very conscious stage. If you are somebody who is starting new, and today might be your first day, or you're watching this video for the first time, you might not get head and tail of it. It is okay. Okay, just participate, and you can use the comment section also, which has been given there. You can type in the 10 questions that you want to ask your favorite person. Okay, go and do it. So I want you guys to send your answers. Go, send your answers now and press the submit button. Go. Your participation is the key. If you're just sitting and learning and all these things, if you're looking, this is not going to help you. Yeah, it's not going to help you. Dhamastry is something that you need to come here. Yeah, you cannot learn swimming inside a classroom, buddy. It is impossible. So I would like you guys to share your points. Yeah, I think we have got some few points. I would like to go more. Go for more. Yeah. All right. So I think the answers are pumping in. So what is also happening is when you give 10 answers or 10 ideas, other people are also contributing their answers. Imagine right now we have got like 20, 30 people here. If each one in less than 5 minutes can give 10 ideas of the questions, so how many ideas do we have? We don't have one idea or 2 ideas. So everyone contributing like 10 questions, it's called as crowd seeding. Okay, crowd seeding. So you have seen of cloud seeding. I'm talking about crowd seeding. So crowd seeding is an amazing area where everyone puts a seed so that everyone gets to enjoy the forest, enjoy the fruits, enjoy the shade, and enjoy an amazing, futuristic, balanced, natural life. So I want all of you guys to press the submit button. Whatever you have written, it's fine. If you have not completed it, also it's okay. Don't get into this process of Zeigarnik effect. Okay. So just type in out there, press the button. Even if it is like 2 or 3, even if you have 1 also, press that button now. Go. I'll tell you why people fail. People procrastinate. Biggest one. They don't start on it. Like many of you guys, you have the form, you have the system, but you did not do it. I don't have a problem of those guys who wants to learn, and I also don't have the problem of those guys who don't want to learn. But I have a problem of those guys who wants to learn, but he does not have the resource, does not have the guide, does not have the right amount of the people and process and all those things. And I feel very miserable for those people who have all the gadgets, all the powers, but still they don't want to participate, don't want to implement. So better, this is something not for you. So if you're just watching a video and you're just traveling, acha, no, stop somewhere, pause it, pause the video, pause. I know you have not paused, man. Pause the video, whoever is watching this, go back, revise, come back and do it. So if you have done it, enough people who are on Zoom, just give me a thumbs up if you have done it. And people who are yet to start, God bless you. You have your own excuses. God has its own programs. Yes or no? Good. So let me show you how the answers have come to me. And I'll just open up this entire thing. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So I'll just open this up and I'll tell you, I'm reading live answers, guys. This is very crazy. I'm doing it live. Okay. I'm sharing you your questions, answers right now here. Just a second. Yeah. So it's making it much more bigger so that you guys can have a look. Yeah. Good. So, okay. So it's from here. Yeah, we are not disclosing any names, no email IDs, no phone numbers. It is only for our internal purposes. If we find your ideas very powerful, then we also can reach out to you. We can take a interview with you and we can ask you more. So I think you should also write about like with whom we're talking about. I think some of the good questions are coming in here. What is the key success factor? Okay, good. What made you choose this profession? Who is your idol? How will you come to this commitment? Which is the best profession according to you? What would you do to serve people better in this generation? What differentiates you from others? How do you manage time between career and family? What made you better yourself in a day-to-day life? What is your specialty and what did you love to do the most? Awesome, nice. So I think that is the first person. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I think you guys have given a huge amount of power. Before I go ahead, I would like you guys, whoever is in Zoom, just let me know how many of you guys find this is a very powerful way of accumulating so many ideas, so many questions, and compile all these things in less than 5 minutes. Powerful? Yeah. Now, just imagine if you can you can write a book every day. Do you know that? Hello. We have created something very recently. It's called as author to authority, where we are taking few people who in a process of around 10 hours are going to become an author. They'll be having a structure, system, and a process and all those things. Yes, this is, if you are interested, we don't have it right now, seats. The seats are all full. Yeah. Yeah, this is very powerful than ChatGPT. Absolutely, this is crazy. Now, this is called as crowd seeding, crowd ideating. You have heard of crowdfunding? I'm talking about crowd seeding. Okay, so next one is, what place was your life? Now, this is the personal questions. Okay, why did you choose an industry and a sector? What kept you moving with courage? What motivated you to go to that level of your to do die? How you feel after achieving this milestone? I think these are very powerful. I can create a huge amount of forms and many other tough things, man, which other people might not be able to talk. Why you felt that you needed to take the role that you have taken, where everyone will be scared. Very powerful, very powerful. I love this. I love this question. Okay, very powerful question. Thank you for asking this question. How did you contribute to Indian Army being on a particular road? Fantastic. I think now I've got some ideas to talk about people who are on the borders. How you feel now after living many years in jungle and now in a corporate life. I think this person is talking about somebody who has gone from Indian Army to a corporate lifestyle. I think I would love to interview that way. Okay, it is a very fantastic way to ask questions. What motivates you to keep the same energy in the corporate life as well? Fantastic. What is your next goal in life? Man, this is crazy. All right, so I'm just going to go for like few more so that we don't want to make this session too boring out there. We can create an amazing, a copy out of it, and we can give you like I don't know. So how many people have participated now? There are a lot of people. We cannot read out everyone's. I just randomly wake up. Okay. Um, um, I think this is a very powerful thing. What to do at the age of 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of age in your opinion? Fantastic. Nice one. Very good. I think we can create this, craft this. We can make multiple people. I think we can bring in someone who is might be around 70 plus. I think we can get around 10, 15 guys and we can ask them about this thing. We create a kind of a crowd sitting and we create a book out of it and we give it to everyone. How is that idea? Okay. We bring in like 10, 15 people who are like 70 plus and we ask them this question. So in your entire life, you have seen and experienced many things beyond us. Why not you give us only 5 points, okay, of this age? What should I do when I'm just learning? What should I do when I'm just working? What should I do when I'm probably getting from a retirement part of it? How do I prepare my mind? And what do I do at the end part of my life? If I can have this kind of a questions connected, I'm going to have around, let's say 5 or 10 such kind of amazing people above 70 years and now create a compile a book. Aha moment. Yeah. How many of you guys find this is a very powerful thing? Because these people have been through that, buddy. I think we are bachas in front of them. So I think it is better to surrender to this. But when you compile all these things, you will get a very powerful pointers, experiences, and many other things. That is called knowledge. What is knowledge? Learning from other people's mistake, learning from other people's experience. Good. We can compile all these things. You have the checklist. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. And I'm sure when you talk to such people, they are also wise. So they can also tell you what to do and what not to do. Right? So I think each one of them are masters in what they have done. So let's go and probably just take a few more minutes, maybe 1 minute I can take. This is very powerful. What things to avoid in life? Beautiful, beautiful question. I love the questions, man. Okay. Right. I think these are very, very stuff. Amazing stuff. So we've got a lot of questions, guys. Someone is asking me, Amit, how to ask a question to get answer from a customer. We have to join FEST. Right? FEST is the place where you learn about how to frame up. There's something called as CAS system, calibrated articulated symptoms. Understand their symptoms, ask them relevant questions, and they will pop up the exact answers for you. So with that, we would like to end today's session, but we would like to have the people who have participated here. So I'm going to open up this to all the people who are participating here. We're going to take like around 10 people. They can take 1 minute, share their realization about today's topic, how they felt about it, and when we can disperse. So write down your names, guys, quickly. Write down your names. Yeah, write down your names. What was your realization? What was your idea stuff today? What did you feel about it? Just this feeling of your interviewing this person, how did it make you feel? Yeah, go ahead. So all the powers to you. So write down your names. We are looking at like around 5 or 10 people, and we can share this. Okay, go type in your names, guys. Another thing in Dhammastery, I would like to tell you, facing a camera, facing a people, facing a wide audience is very, very risky, very, very detrimental. In fact, people get scared of this. I'm giving you a chance here to go. I'm taking also a vouch that I will protect you. So people who are on Zoom, you are free, okay, who are connected to this, okay? There is no one going to backfire on you. Even if you have stammered, even if we are all learning, yeah. When a kid, who is just learning to crawl and learning to stand, if he falls down, what happens? You scold him or you say, bacha, no problem, come on, next time. And I'm telling you, this is something has changed. Many people who are scared of facing camera, coming to people, I'll tell you, these people have taken a 100 days challenge. And tomorrow I'm going to definitely invite some of the people in the monthly meeting where they will see. Some of these guys have gone more than around 50 days, 60 days. Just imagine facing the camera, 50 days. No one is there. You are like talking, something doesn't work, maybe sound is nahi aa raha hai, background mein kuch chal raha hai, and everything, but still you go ahead. How does that happen? Because there's something called as grit, G-R-I-T. You say, I'm going to do that. It doesn't work. No problem. I'm going to do that. Just imagine what will happen if you follow this for a period of 100 days. You will be unstoppable, invincible. So we'll stop at this. Let me invite all the people who have just said, we'll stop with Vaibhav here. Okay. So let's open the session. You can unmute. Go ahead, Vinay.
Well, the best thing about today's task or exercise was we got some good perceptions, वो deep down जो अंदर होता है दिमाग में, that came out as to what we can ask somebody for advice. And apart from that, when you shared all different perceptions, I found that I thought I had covered almost everything. This is the basic thing in my mind. But actually, when you started sharing, the very first guy you have taken 10 questions of, I thought, okay, I have asked practically nothing. So this is the great amount of learning that I have, that we know only the pie, a very small chunk of the iceberg, and the whole one lies. Thank you.
Awesome. Nice. Good. Next person. Quick. Follow the chat. Say it.
This my person of whom I want to introduce was actually Elon Musk. I want to ask him certain things. How come you are the rocketry, for example, in your field of business, you don't have any expertise? People generally start a business when they are expert in something, when they have a lot of connections. He started from PayPal, then he went into rocket business. How did he ever made this transition? So he has just gone through some connections. He has just gone through some basic ideas about rocketry. Then he combined everybody, and then he started a business, taking a huge risk, and then he succeeded. I wanted to ask him how does he go about all these things? So that was my one question. Another was he starts business in very unimaginable topics, future colonization. How can he ever sustain this kind of business? So my basic curiosity thinking is whether these things are not found in anywhere in internet and all those things. So I get curious about these things, and also I was not able to think more than these kind of other questions to ask. But when you read out from your Excel, there are very unique kind of questions. For example, what are you going to do at the age of 20, 30, 40, 50? So people can even question like this. I was not aware about. I want to go only for technical and the business aspect of it. So this session has revealed many more questioning capacity of people and many more about how people think. So that is quite a revelation.
Great realizations. Thank you so much, Syed. And also, tomorrow is going to be a great day where you will get the answers of the questions also. All of you.
Oh, great.
Okay. And, yeah, but there is a trick. There is a technique. If you don't participate, you don't get it. Okay. Always remember, only the squeaking wheel gets the oil. Only the crying baby gets the milk. Correct. So you need to cry hard, man. You need to go and you have to earn that questions. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of different twist, and might be a session will be like in a different position. And those people who have participated, only those people who have participated today will get a new dimension of ideation tomorrow. All right, so let's go to the next person.
Yes, Dada, I'm the next person. So my realization is that I can now connect the dots from the day we have started Dumb Millionaire. So I think every day one stage that has been well designed. Now today when I was trying to find out, oh, well, yesterday we have chosen the who is our idol, whom we want to take the interview. And today the question has been already posed that what you're going to ask. Now I can understand what is the next level that is going to come. So, so my idol was so Deepak Well, basically was in Indian Army. He has written a book called Winning is Everything. That was bestseller a couple of years in UK, US, many areas. So that's what it is about. And I think there are many questions, but before this, I never thought of that I can even ask these questions to him. But thank you for this realization.
Fantastic. Sometimes we get scared, right? Many times we don't ask some relevant questions to our own family. Okay. I would like to give you one thing, guys. Might be this is something which you can also practice. So meeting my parents after a long time was a kind of a normal, it's a very emotional thing. So what other people will be like, "Aap kaise ho, tabiyat kaisa hai," and all these things. I said, "Papa, I don't have time. Come with me. We'll sit for a chai." And this is me and my father talking to each other. I asked him a question dead to its face, on his straight face, and I'm sure he was not ready for that. I said, "What are my immediate steps if you are not there tomorrow?" How many of you think this is a very tough question for a son to ask his father? Yes or no? Okay, very tough questions. But do you think this is better than asking, "Acha, kya khaye ho? Kahan ja rahe ho?" What do you think? This is a good question. Sometimes when you ask such kind of questions, you will get something which probably otherwise you will never learn. Never learn. Okay. And people who are watching this on video, if you found this one point, this one perspective, then what are you doing right now? What kind of nonsense questions are you asking to yourself, to your family members, to your kids, to your clients, to your prospects? Why not you learn that? Yeah, I'm not asking you to join Fest or not, but I'm asking you, do you have ideas? If you don't, then you have to be here. You have to participate here. At least you come to Dham Mastery. At least you watch the videos. At least you follow this. At least you subscribe to Guru. I'm not begging you, but what other options you have? Where can you get this ideation orientation systems? All ideas comes from me. I'm the originator now. Yes, I'm the God. And not a single idea has been changed in the last more than 2,500 plus days. Now it is, I think, touching almost like 3,000. Not even a single thing has been changed. I mean, I don't have repeated anything. Yeah, not only that, even the sessions that we do, I'm not telling that I'm great, you are not like that. But I'm telling you, these are options because this comes only by practice. You cannot be an expert in riding a bicycle or swimming if you are not practicing inside the water or taking a bicycle actually and doing it. So let's go to the next person quickly. Okay, the next person is
Yeah. So Dada, it's always a curiosity for me about this interview thing. Since my childhood, if I see, Doordarshan channels, right? They used to take an interview, so they have some specific set of questions. So it's already, running in my mind how they have chosen this one. But anyway, that is the one they must have already been taken out those questions. But since it is moved on now, today we have in podcast world. Okay, they also have some set of question when they actually take some inputs and the insight of the person who's sitting next to them or in front of them. So for me, the person I have chosen is actually my teacher, and since seeing his energy, and I have learned many things from him. So it's always create a curiosity that what makes him that generate that much energy, because he is at high at every time and he can connect with the students, and actually students come to him because of his name only. So it's always that I want to know that how it actually generates. So while writing this one, actually I just taken 3 questions, then mine goes actually blank. Then what next I can ask him. Then so on the no moves, and I think I reached to the 8th question. So I think it's a relatable topic to me, and I realized a lot on that one. And the series that you have taken in the last the number of DDM and this one, I think this is really going to beneficial for all of us. Thank you, Vela.
Hey, nice. Thank you so much. We'll go to the next person, Ajay. Then we'll stop at Deepak.
Yeah, Dada, I have 2 realizations today. The first is that I'm sitting across a person who has created a value over 70 years or 65 years of his age. But the question is how to ask questions so that he is ready to share his values that he has created. I'm sorry. Deepakji, please mute yourself. Yeah, how to ask the question so that he love to share what he has created in the last 70, 65 years. Secondly, if you are across a person who is quite younger to you, let's say 25 years and I am 43, how to engage or how to ask the questions so that he also, whatever value he has created, at least he would or she would love to be engaged with you. That will be the my today's learning.
Okay. It reminds me something, Ajay, is like I think we can create a very nice article out of it, or we can sit and discuss all these things. Like I think like you, I understand from where you're coming in. From a parent point of view, am I right? From a parent point of view, how to connect with the new age Gen Zs or Gen Alpha who has no idea what you have gone through. His life is only the the screen which is there, and he probably looks into a different things. He's more about like press a button and the food comes. Okay, so they do not know what all things goes behind the scenes. So how do you connect all these things? I think it deserves a kind of a good meeting. Okay, and Ajay, why not you lead this? Now look, Idea Mastery, I'm making it in a much more bigger forum. Why not you lead this? So we bring in some people who are 40s and 50s and 60s and all, and we ask them this questions like, what do you think is the best way to connect? Can we bring in some parenting coach? Can we bring in some relationship coach? Can we bring in some mindset people and all these things? Can we create a kind of an interview sessions out there? Can we bring them a very powerful thing? We accumulate their ideas and then we publish a PDF together. And you can be an author. Always got them. People are thinking, what to write, how to do. Why not you take this? I can be a co-author. Powerful. There's so many beautiful ideas. I'm just giving a teaser because we have got something coming up. It's called as Author to Authority, where this is something which is beyond even think of what ChatGPT can do. This kind of crowd seeding is much more powerful. This is something which is not existing. This kind of deep realizations and personal experiences, forget about ChatGPT. Even Bhagwan ko bhi 4 baar time lagega janne. So when you accumulate all these things and craft something which is like very powerful in medicine, let's say only, and by the way, author doesn't mean that you have to write, 500 pages or 600 pages. You can write on 20 pages also, you can be an author. Do you know that? Yeah. So there are very powerful, such kind of tips I'm going to give it to them. These guys are going to be author in less than 10 hours. That's all. Yes, with a hardbound book. And this is all going to happen. If you are still interested, you can connect and say, I want to be an author, and probably my team or probably the team from the Copywriters Club can reach out to you. They can listen to you. Yeah, there is a small token fee of some, I think, $10,000, and you will be learning all these things together, unanimously. And there is a book going to be coming out. So with that, let's move into the last person, Deepakji, and then we'll conclude.
Well, that's a very powerful session. And if I may get a chance to ask a question from my idol, I will ask, what makes you, how you did not allow your failure to stop your dream? Means what is the best thing that, because everybody fails a lot of time who get success. Mm-hmm. And the second question, how when you get success, that success doesn't come in your mind and you are still a down-to-earth person?
Very nice. Awesome. Big question, man. Nice. Amazing question. So let me just get into the gallery mode. And I would like to ask you, tomorrow, would you like to get the answers, all the toughest questions that you have asked tomorrow in less than 5 minutes? Yeah. So I'm going to show you a technique where you're going to do that, all these things tomorrow. And this is going to be fun. You're going to use this, but only thing is, remember the questions that you guys have done. You all, whoever has came here, I'm sure you have got a copy of the same questions in your email and in your inbox also. You have the same copy, and remember those copy. So tomorrow when you come here, you're going to have these things, and you will see something amazing happens. You will be able to get all the answers in less than 5 minutes to 10 minutes max. Yeah, you will get a very crystal clear answers, and this is something which is going to blow your mind. So with that, I will end today's topic here. Thank you so much for participating. Thanking for people who are watching this on YouTube. This is going to be a very powerful thing. And I think people who are on Zoom also can go to the YouTube and you can probably help people to share this information out, because at least कुछ तो अच्छा खा लो, कुछ तो अच्छा देख लो, कुछ तो अच्छा सुन लो. कब तक ये TikTok और Instagram में dance देखते रहोगे? At least listen to something good. So with that, let's take a small pause out there. I'll see you tomorrow with the same power.